The party was loud, expensive, and full of people who smiled too much, the kind of smiles that hid knives. My wife, Laura, stood beside me in a sleek black dress, laughing with her friends as if nothing in the world could touch her. I watched her carefully, noticing how she barely looked at me all evening, how her body angled away whenever I stepped closer. Still, I convinced myself it was nothing. Wine flowed, music pulsed, and everyone seemed drunk on appearances. Wanting to remind her, and myself, that we were still us, I leaned in to kiss her, right there among her friends. Just as my lips brushed her cheek, she stiffened. Laura pulled away so fast it was like I'd burned her. Her friends went quiet for half a second, eyes flicking between us before pretending not to notice. She leaned toward my ear, her perfume suddenly suffocating, and whispered words so soft no one else could hear them. Yet those words hit harder than any scream. "Don't," she said calmly, almost bored. "Not in front of them. They already know I don't love you anymore." My heart slammed against my ribs. I laughed awkwardly, hoping it was a joke, but her eyes were cold, final. I pulled back, staring at her face, searching for the woman I married. Instead, I saw someone else, someone embarrassed by me. The party noise returned, but it felt distant, like I was underwater. Her friends smirked into their glasses, exchanging knowing looks that made my stomach twist. That's when I realized the truth wasn't new. They knew something I didn't. Every inside joke, every glance, every whispered conversation suddenly made sense. Laura turned away from me and joined the circle, laughing again, leaving me standing there like a stranger who had wandered into the wrong life. I tried to confront her, gently at first, asking if we could talk somewhere private. She sighed dramatically, as if I was inconveniencing her. "You're ruining the night," she said, loud enough for others to hear. One of her friends placed a hand on Laura's arm, giving me a look filled with pity, or was it guilt? My mind raced through months of ignored calls, late nights, sudden trips, and the way she guarded her phone like a secret vault. Betrayal wasn't just possible anymore. It was obvious. Still, I needed to hear it from her mouth, no matter how much it hurt. When we finally stepped onto the balcony, she didn't even pretend. The city lights reflected in her eyes as she crossed her arms and said, "I've moved on." No apology. No hesitation. She admitted she'd been seeing someone else, someone her friends approved of, someone who understood her better. Each word felt carefully chosen to wound me deeper. I asked how long, my voice shaking. She shrugged. Long enough. That shrug destroyed me more than the confession. Years of loyalty, sacrifice, and love were reduced to something disposable, something she could discard without a second thought. I told her we could fix this, that marriages survived worse. She laughed, actually laughed, and said, "That's the problem. You still think this is a marriage." The cruelty in her tone made me realize she had already left long before tonight. The party was just the stage, and I was the fool who didn't know the script. Behind us, laughter spilled onto the balcony as if mocking me. I suddenly understood why she pulled away from my kiss. It wasn't shame. It was loyalty to someone else. And she didn't care if I found out this way. I walked back inside alone. Her friends avoided my eyes now, their silence louder than any insult. I grabbed my coat, every step heavy, but my mind strangely clear. As I reached the door, Laura didn't follow. She didn't call my name. That hurt more than anything. Outside, the cold air hit my face, grounding me in reality. The marriage didn't end with a fight or tears. It ended with a whisper, with public humiliation, with betrayal delivered calmly and without regret.
Welcome, sir.
In that moment, I realized
Thank
something
you.
else too. The man she betrayed tonight was not the man she would ever control again. That night destroyed our marriage, but it also freed me. I didn't go home. I booked a hotel and turned my phone off. By morning, the pain was still there, sharp and raw, but beneath it was resolve. Laura could keep her secrets, her approving friends, and her new life built on lies. I would keep my dignity. The betrayal would scar me, yes, but it would not define me. Years later, people would ask when our marriage ended. I'd always think of that party, that almost kiss, and the whisper that revealed the truth she'd been hiding all along.